Hello. My name is Andrew Hall. I'm a police officer in the city of New Harmony. This tape was recorded by me personally to document the case of Marcus, or Mark, White. So, in this recording, I'll explain everything I know about the case. Unexplained events occurred, and Mark shot one of the animatronics at Fredbear's Family Diner. For those unfamiliar, it's a small restaurant with two animatronic characters, mechanisms that simulate the movement of living beings. In the end, my colleagues and I couldn't talk to Mark, but after searching his home, we found two tapes specifically related to this restaurant. In the first tape he recorded on October 22nd, he infiltrated the restaurant to find evidence of the disappearance of his brother, Jason White. We haven't heard anything about this disappearance before. Mark lived with Jason, and perhaps he just didn't report it to the police because he wanted to handle it himself. Anyway, on this tape, he was speaking with James Baldwin, believed to be a friend of his. I should mention there was another accomplice, surprisingly an employee of the restaurant. In the first tape, he was almost attacked by Bonnie, if I'm not mistaken. But he managed to escape by kicking down a locked door. In the second tape, recorded 2 days after the first, he documented his work shift. He got the job with the help of an employee, Reginald or Reggie Aghast. I did personally interrogate James and Reggie, and I'll play those recordings a bit later. The second tape essentially reveals the whole case. Around 3 in the morning, the power goes out in the building, and then Fredbear himself appears outside the office door, seemingly about to attack. On that day, Mark brought a gun and, frightened, started shooting at the animatronic, after which he fled. So I'll now play the audio interrogations of Reggie and James for you, and then we'll continue with Mark. Identify yourself. Name, last name, date of birth.
James Baldwin, June 3rd, 1959.
How do you know Mark White?
He's a childhood friend.
Okay. Did you understand the risks involved when you agreed to participate in the break-in?
Yes.
Why did you decide to agree to this?
I don't know. He's just my friend.
How did you have the keys and the password for the surveillance cameras?
My buddy, Reggie, he works there as an employee.
How did you meet this Reggie?
He's the son of a friend of my dad's. He introduced us.
Alright. Did you know the CEO, William Afton?
Not personally, just heard.
So, am I correct in understanding that Mark wanted to go to the CEO, show them the tape, and sue the company due to the aggressive animatronic?
As he told me, yes. But after he went to the CEO, we didn't communicate.
How did you learn about his death?
Reggie called me and told me.
Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. Identify yourself, name, last name, date of birth.
Reggie Aghast, April 17, 1952.
How do you know Mark White?
I don't know him personally at all. James told me about him in just a few words.
Alright. Did you understand the risks involved when you agreed to participate in the break-in?
Honestly, not entirely. I knew, but I didn't think it would go this far.
Why did you decide to agree to this?
Well, I just wanted to have a friend. Again, I didn't think it would turn out like this.
So, specifically, did you provide the keys and password for the video surveillance cameras?
I did.
How did you meet James?
Our fathers were friends. We've been friends since childhood.
What can you say about your CEO, William Afton?
Well, seems like a normal and cultured man. Friendly too. Definitely not holding any grudges.
How did you learn about Mark's death?
They called me at work. Said there was a big problem.
Alright. Thank you. That's all I have for now. Now about Mark's tapes. We didn't know about them until recently when Mark unfortunately suffered in what can simply be described as a freak accident. Before that, let me briefly explain the structure of these robots. As mentioned earlier, These are mechanisms that mimic movements, but specifically these models can be worn. If I'm not mistaken, I was told there are spring locks which need to be pulled, and then an employee can climb inside. And when an employee is working in them, a camera is inserted into the animatronic's head for monitoring purposes. Here I have a photo of Fredbear after the shots, which I found to be quite interesting. The bullet went through the main battery, and everything froze. Now I'll play back the recording of Mark's final moments. If you're faint-hearted, please fast forward the tape. As I explained, these spring locks apparently failed, and he was killed. Under what circumstances he ended up in this suit, the manager and the CEO made an agreement with Mark that he either perform in the Bonnie suit for a month with minimal pay, while Fredbear was put under repair, or they press charges. They claim they don't know why Bonnie malfunctioned. All of this is strange. The case is simply dragging on. That's all I know about the case, so, well, take care of yourselves.